So total 81 participants are there right now. WebEx can allow only 100 participants. So this is the first come first serve process. Yes. Hope you all can see this presentation. So let's start with the Linux splint. And you all know this splint is basically used for flexion tendon injury cases. I will give a brief introduction of the flexion tendon injury. After then, I will show how to make this splint. And this is really a very useful splint who was working in the ortho rehabilitation area or in a microsurgery area of hand. Just a wait. I will just start the slide. Yes. So this is the flexion tendon cut. You have seen this area is FDS and the FDP. Both muscle has cut here. So this is the flexion tendon area of hand. Will get a maximum cases about this area and this area. This is the zone second area of hand you can see. And through this, in this area, we use the Clinat splint for making the hand in functional. So before starting to know the splinting process, we have to know the different area of the hand. So this is the upper area. This is the zone first. This is the zone second, zone third, fourth, and fifth. Okay. So this second zone is called no man's land. Okay. So actually whatever the cases we have got from this area, we use the Clinat splint in this area persons only who got the injury at the second zone or no man's land zone. So injury between the distal palmar crease and the insertion of the FDS muscle, flexion distal superficialis muscle, is called no man's land area. Difficulty to treat this area because we have lot of the tendons, arteries and veins and muscles are there. So stitches are थोड़ा difficult होता है. This is called zone 2 and the treatment is the control mobilization of the acute flexion tendon injuries, that is called Loisel technique or the Clinat technique. Used for zone 2 Clinat technique or Clinat approach, we use over the zone 2 area only. So what we can do here, we use rubber band attached to the nails. Dorsal blocking splint we use here with MP joint held in 60 degree of flexion. IP joint fully extended, PIP joint 40 to 60 degree of flexion without tension. And splint can use for the 24 hours. So dorsal blocking splint remove at 3 weeks and the rubber band is attached to the wristband is worn for 1 to 5 additional weeks. Disadvantage of this splint may be a primary contracture of the PIP joints. And dynamic extension splint started after 5 to 6 weeks for 24 hours for 3 weeks. Instruction for actively extend the fingers several times in a day allow the rubber band to pull finger into flexion. So that is the minimize the adhesion and the increase the blood flow in the area of the injury. So this is the clinical protocol. I've seen this protocol. So we use nails. We use the nails area. We use the wrist area, and we give a dorsal blocking area of the hand. Right? We use the nails for active extension and passive flexion. So active extension and passive flexion is the Clinat approach. And the material which is supplied for this splinting, that is the Heritage Healthcare, is a reliable and the economical source of low temperature thermoplastic foam. Is the Royal US brand. Contact information, you can contact to Heritage Healthcare for demanding the low temperature thermoplastic sheets. Give the mobile number and you can also ask to the Gmail account heritagehealthcare@gmail.com. Now we'll start the procedure. How we'll make this splint. So I'll just stop the sharing and we'll introduce the video so that you can see this process. So I will start the process here. Hope you all can see the hand. So we use the thermoplastic sheets, and for making this splint we use some basic materials. I will show you what is the basic material for this splinting is. Uh, this is the hooks. Hope you can see this hooks. Okay, जो कि कपड़ों में लगाया जाता है. Okay, hook जो होते हैं which is used for a kurta. Hope you can see the hooks. We use a safety pin. The safety pin we can use for making this splint, and we use the rubber band. Also the velcro area, we need a 2-inch or 1-inch velcro and the thermoplastic sheets. So I use this thermoplastic sheet. I already heated this thermoplastic sheet for making the splint. So I will tell you the two ways of making this splint. The first basic way of making the splint by using the dorsal blocking area. We use we block the dorsal area of hand. Just remember, you have to block all the area and give a proper positioning of fingers only. The finger is involved. If the finger, 2 finger or 3 fingers involved, then we have to give according to cover the 2 finger or 3 fingers only. Otherwise, we have to involve whole hand. No need to make contour formation over the wrist area. We give only molding over the finger area. We just block this area first of all. Yeah, have to wait for dry. So something like this. We got the dorsal blocking area of the hand. We cut the extra area by using the scissor. We get something like this. Okay. We cut the edges of the wrist area also. Just remember, we have to fix the rubber band at the wrist area or just above the wrist area or near to wrist area only. We'll get our dorsal blocking splint of planar. So this is the one way of molding, and the other way of molding may be a so we make a hole here. This hole we can use. So this hole we can use to give a slight opening of this hole, and hope you all can see this. Your normal temperature of hand, and then we put it over the hand, something like this. As you remember, I made a antispastic splint. We use the just opposite of this antispastic area, and you can mold here. We remove the name of the company here. Okay. After putting the hand inside properly, now we move it and make the dorsal blocking area of hand. Okay. So like this, you can block the area and also give a proper holding over the wrist area. This will come something like this, and then we adjust this area properly. Sit. Your finger should become over the upper part, and dorsal blocking should be go from here, and then try to move finger. Okay. Whatever the degree you want, you can use this reinforcement area, side reinforcement area, and move it upward for stopping the extension of the hand. Okay. Again, we have to cut the side area of the splint. So we just cut this area. Okay. Hope आप सबको दिख रहा होगा proper. So these two molding we can use for making a planar splint. Now the second part of this splint is using this hooks. Okay. So we make a little bit hole between this the distance between these hook parts. So we have a three parts and the three area of this hooks, 1, 2, and the base area is this one. Okay, three area. So just we increase the whole of this hooks area. This hooks area we have to increase the, and if you need for 2 finger, 3 finger, 5 fingers, whatever, I will stick over only the one finger. I am using the one finger, and we'll see it how it is made. And the same way you can use for the 2 finger and for 3 fingers or whatever the fingers involved. Now we need this Fevikwik or any adhesive. This is a good adhesive through which you can stick this nail. this hooks over the nail can easily stick and can be removed easily by using the any Sterlium or any sanitizer. Okay. So we are using this quick fix area. Okay. Okay. Fine. So just remember, while you are sticking the hook, you have to remember the direction of the hook should be in a proper way. Otherwise, अगर आपने गलत इसको stick कर दिया तो movement नहीं हो पाएगी. So just put your hand and stick. You have to put the hook something like this, so that we use a rubber band at this area and patient can easily do a active extension and passive flexion. Okay. So ऐसे ही रखना. We use a one drop to fix over the nail area. Just remember we have to use a one drop only and use this hook over the nail area and just leave it for 2 or 3 minutes. Again, we use 1 or 2 drops over the nail. Just remember we do not use this drop near the nail's end area. We have to use over the hook area only. Okay. If you are getting the hook is not properly fixed, then you ask the patient to use this adhesive every day, 1 or 2 drop over the hook area, so that it will maintain the proper position of the hook. Now it is almost done. We use this dorsal blocking on the patient hand. The hook, just show the hook. So, this hook is now fixed. Yes, it is okay. You will put the hand inside the hand over which I make the hand. Yes. So now it is fixed and just move it. Okay. So we require the Velcro area over this wrist and the forearm area. And of course, we require the one Velcro over the MCP joint also. Now I am using this Velcro, this 2 inches Velcro over this area of wrist and forearm area. So I will use only one Velcro, that will sufficient for making this splint. Just remember आप जितना soft लोगे उतना ही इसका hard part भी आप लेना Velcro का. So we'll get a proper use of Velcro. So I use this 2 inches Velcro over the hand. And of course the 1 inches part on the MCP joint. And we have to stick it in a proper way. We can use a heat gun here. I will take my heat gun. So now I'm using the heat gun for sticking this Velcro. Just stick this Velcro over the part of this splint. Okay. And one Velcro I will use over the MCP area. Okay. So this 1 inch Velcro. So now it is almost completed. Just remember, we हम इसको use करते हैं एक बार को like it is almost done. Cut the extra Velcro. And here also we have to cut extra Velcro. Now when you see this is completely okay, then you start this safety pin. Okay, just close it and open it. Okay, now it is okay. I will use this safety pin over this Velcro area. So upper part of the Velcro, you can use this safety pin. Close the safety pin here, and now we'll use this rubber band. You can use a small rubber band or big rubber band as per the requirement of the patient. We use this rubber band. Okay, so keep this rubber band here and close this head, and then slowly we have to pull it and put in this our hooks. Just once you clear this hook is working properly or not. Yes. So it is. So this hook is working properly. Now ask the patient to extend slowly. Just extend the finger. Yes, you can extend it. Yes, you can extend it. Good. Now flexion. So active extension, do it, and passive flexion. This is the cleaner approach and cleaner technique. Now, as we are using the second, just remove it. The second one, so here we what we require on the same way, we do not require any velcro here over the MCP joint. It's a little bit hard, so we have to hit it and make a proper hole here. Let me insert easily in the hand. Okay. So now you can see this area proper working, right. Now this safety pin we use over the this thermoplastic sheets. You can stick this thermoplastic, you can stick this hook over thermoplastic sheet by using the vesting part of your low temperature thermoplastic material. Okay, so I will show you how to stick this part. You just cut it in a small part of the vestige material, and then you just mark it where we have to stick this safety pin. Should be come here. Remove it. Fine. We have to stick here the safety pin. Okay. So use the heat gun again. You just keep this safety pin open and then put it here for some time. It will become stick little bit, and then we use this melted part of our area and stick it here properly. Next area we have to cut, and then we have to wait for some minutes so that it will become properly stick here. So now your safety pin is properly fit. You can use the velcro here as the end of the area. Okay. So we are using the velcro. Here we do not require the 2 inches velcro. You can use the 1 inches velcro also. So I am using the 1 inch velcro. I will show you. So this 1-inch Velcro I am using. Again, we'll use the heat gun, and the heat gun can work on both surfaces. Yes. Right now it is almost ready. Okay. Close this safety pin here, and put the hand in proper positioning and close this Velcro area. The extra Velcro we have to cut. I think it is, we have to cut it. And now I will show you how to use the rubber band. This rubber band. Again, on the same process, you have to put this rubber band in the first in safety pin. Safety pin should be stick properly, and then you use this rubber band in the hook area only. You can see extinction. Yes. So this extinction can be done. We want this area should become at the MCP joint or lower the MCP joint. Okay. Keep this proper positioning, and then stick it. Give a proper force over the wrist area. We'll get a proper splint. Okay. Okay. So now it is almost ready. So this extension, just show this splint from here. I think all can see this splint. I will try to move my laptop so that we can leave or can see this splint in proper way. Okay, wait. Okay, remove. Fine. So this is the splint which I am using for the proper positioning, and this is useful for the cleaners approach and clear technique. So this splint can you use for the flexion tendon injury cases where the person is required the active extension and passive flexion of the hand. This is the two ways of making the Leonard splint. So hope you all can write your name in the chat box. Anyone who want to ask any question can ask in chat box. I will reply it. I have some time also. There's 4 to 5 minutes are remaining. So those who want to ask any question, then write down in chat box. I will start the chat box. Yes. Anyone has any questions? किसी को कोई क्वेश्चन पूछना है तो चैट बॉक्स में लिखो आप लोग. Yes. Yes. Write down your full name in the chat box. Okay. Anyone asked to any questions regarding this CleanUp sprint? Which the sprint you can use? Say this is the CleanUp sprint. You can use properly in hand, and for the flexion tendon injury and for the zone second injury, we use this CleanUp sprint only. Okay, we have different approaches also. Different approaches is also for using this sprint, but the as per my experience, I have seen this sprint is very useful and give a proper result also. So one question is over. Sir, which device you use to stick the Velcro? Velcro you can stick through the heat gun only. Remember, we need the dry heat only, not the wet heat. Or if you're not getting any problem in sticking this heat gun, or if you're getting any problem to sticking this heat gun, then you can use the rivets over the Velcro, hold the area of that thermoplastic sheet, and use the rivets and push it. Any more questions? Cost regarding this approx up to. Okay, so depend upon the cost. Cost I told you about the uses of the material. The per square inches of the 3.2 mm sheets is not more than 24 rupees. So you can imagine this sprint would be go up to the 2000 rupees or 2.5. Okay. Any complication for this splint? Complication is only not the complication, you can say you have to changes the different ranges of this splint time to time. After 15 days you have to change the ranges of this splint as per the requirement of the consultant. You can change the splint range means what? This area. Okay, so upper area and sorry, I think yes. Now so ये एरिया आपको चेंज करना होगा. You have to change the ranges of and the finger as per the finger extension. You change the range of motion of this splint. Sir, how the rubber base band is attached to finger? So rubber band you can attach through a hook. Na, I told you. You just stick the hook over the nails or just put the rubber inside this hook, or you can use the loop also. Sir, we can use this when 2 or 3 digit are involved. Yes, you can use. I showed you only the 1 digit. If the 5 digit involved, you can use the all digit. Same process. If the patient is came late for the treatment, like to 2 3 weeks after the injury, then we can apply this sprint to them. Just see the contracture development. If the contracture development is not there, then you can use this sprint properly. If the contracture development is there, then you have to go for the ultrasound or the to get massage. After then you can use this sprint. Okay. Sir, did the rubber band cause any type of irritation or any other problem? No, rubber band will not cause any irritation or any problem. If you're getting any problem, then you can change the rubber band. You can use the rubber band in the long size or the small size rubber band, or should go some other sprint in that condition. You can use the sprint, but the basic way of making the sprint is same, should be same. We have to remember the approaches of the CleanUp, that is the active extension and the passive flexion. Sir, only thermoplastic material we can use. Yes, you can use the thermoplastic material because through this material you can change the ranges. After 15 days you have to change the ranges. After 3 weeks you have to remove this splint and give the rubber band and give a dynamic splint for making the full ranges and the strengthening of the FDS and FDP muscles. Okay, any more questions you want to ask? Then ask me right now. Only 5 minutes or 4 minutes are left. After then, this meeting will be closed. Yes, anyone to ask any question? Okay, hope you all get your answer. What are the question I have seen here? I have give the answer. If anyone asks any question, then write down. It is mostly 1 minute is there only. I will see. For any other condition, yes, you can go for the any other condition like if you need the strengthening